Say the lifetime value of your customer for a given year, just in that period of time in that year, they're giving you $50. All you need is 1,000 of those people, and now you're earning a living. The new branding package.
Yes.
What do you think of it?
I think it's really good. It's really well thought out.
The colors.
The colors are good.
What do you think of the font, stuff like that?
The font I like.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty sharp. I like it.
It was just so big and bold and simple. And I think that it speaks to you and your brand just in that, being elegant that way.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you dig that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the whole idea.
What do you think of the name?
I would like to try Northern Marksman.
Northern Marksman.
Yes. Personally, I tried it frozen. I just played around with it in my head for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't resonate with me.
It doesn't have the same feel.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same feel. And being the whole concept being from Canada, Northern just to me fits better.
Okay.
For that concept.
Yeah, and I think it implies more Canadian in nature.
Yeah.
As far as like the brand goes and all that shit, just having it saying Northern, people like automatically assume like, oh, that must mean Canada.
Yeah.
Name switch. Did you do any searching yourself?
I did do a quick search.
Okay.
Nothing came up for Northern Marksman.
So Northern Marksman. None of it's related to gaming, so a lot of this is actually like real tactical guns and shit like that. So yeah, this looks great. I'm trying to register the domain here just to see if we have it and it's available. Huzzah! Northern Marksman is available. Ad for $6.99. Building this out in a meaningful way for you is going to be... Don't stand in front of the camera, Parnell.
Are you recording?
Yeah. You couldn't tell? With all the cameras? One of the things that I just want to kind of lay out as a overall general, just like this is what's happening. Let's get a whiteboard here. Our objective here is to identify where people are going to find you and then what our end goal is going to be. So there's going to be a series of different goals. So the first goal is that you want people to follow or subscribe to your channels.
Yes.
This is our like primary goal. So this is goal number 1. From here, we're going to build an audience of people that actually like know, like, and trust you. And we're going to dump those people into a bigger funnel. And that's going to take us to our second goal. Our second goal is for you to make some money.
Yeah.
So there's a number of ways that you can do this. The first and most reliable form of income from your subscriber base, besides your streaming revenue, which we'll get to a little later, is a subscription model. You can build your own platform through your website or leverage other available options that already exist so you don't have to do the work, and they already have a trusted user base, things like Patreon. The second low-hanging fruit is merch based on your branding package that we've already created. And once we get people to follow your various channels, we can begin to funnel them down into this point, which we'll also get to later. So right now, as far as your sustainable content goes, first and foremost, you have your stream, right?
Yep.
Now, are you recording these?
Yes.
Okay, so if we record these, that affords us the opportunity. How long are your streams typically?
Well, right now, I think I try to keep it 4 hours at least.
Okay. Are you on an actual schedule?
Not yet.
Okay, so...
But I'm working towards that.
Let's do that then. So first thing is, let's set a schedule and a length of time that you're going to be recording for so that we can create a predictable piece of long-form content. So this is going to lead us into one piece of long-form content. So let's say that whole stream was only 2 hours. You cap it at 2 hours every day at 7 p.m. It's 2 hours, and that's it. So then you get that 2 hour long clip, and we're going to repurpose it into as many other clips as you possibly can. So now each of these clips are going to be published on a secondary schedule. So let's say you do 1 2-hour stream a week and it lends to you getting 7 video clips. That's kind of our best case scenario with the least amount of work. So we do this 1 per week, but then that gives us 7 clips. And these get posted 1 per day. We got that once a week, and it gives us 7 clips a day. Cool thing is if you do this twice a week, you got 2 clips a day. You do this 3 times a week, you got 3 clips a day, right? And so that's really cool. Now we take those clips and we post them on all the various social media platforms. So we have this schedule set up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a secondary schedule. So now we have to schedule the content release. On the various platforms in YouTube and Facebook, I know for sure you just upload everything all at once, and then you can just fill in your descriptions, keywords, all that other shit. If you only have 1 clip a day, then just schedule it 1 clip a day. If you are able to get 2 clips a day, then just schedule 2 clips a day. We want to stream, edit clips, thumbnails, and description, upload and schedule. What's going to end up happening now is there is a middle ground. So part of this is there's going to be some organic growth. If your stuff is good, it's going to get shared, but we can't rely on that. That's not going to be the only way that you get people to see you.
Yeah.
If it's good and people watch it for long periods of time, it's actually going to trigger some cues in the algorithms for these different platforms that your content is more valuable than others, and it will suggest it more often than somebody else's who isn't as engaging. So having that nailed down up there is going to be crucial to having that organic growth. But this is super slow. The organic growth is going to be super slow. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to get, I'm just going to call them paid ads. So we have a couple of options as far as paid ads goes, depending on whether you're trying to grow the YouTube or the Facebook. With Facebook, we can do Facebook ads, and we just try to do a broad reach to anybody that's interested in gaming. And as long as you got some fire clips, that's going to, depending on your budget, obviously, but that's going to blow it up super quick. And then when we move into YouTube, there's like pre-roll ads and things like that you can do. So if somebody looks up Stone Mountain or Picnic or whatever, for 15 seconds or whatever it is, I think it's 5 seconds. But it might be, you might get 15 seconds of guaranteed consideration for just a different tier of ad, whatever. But you nail them with a hot clip and they just continue to watch that ad at the very end, as long as it's a short, sweet 30 seconds or a minute. The call to action is, hey, I know you like Picnic, but you should come check out Northern Marksman because he's killing it over here and you're missing out. And that's what we're aiming for right there, to achieve goal number 1. Once we've achieved goal number 1, we start growing those followers and subs and stuff like that. We want to do basically organic calls to action inside of the content that we're doing to send people into this goal number 2. And that goal number 2 is going to help us weed out who is going to be a super fan and who is going to not be a super fan. So super fans are the people that actually give you money for something. If off the bat your super fan is subscribed to you on Patreon and buys at least $40 worth of stuff here, so we can just kind of do a quick little roundup, and we'll just say the lifetime value of your customer for a given year, just in that period of time in that year, they're giving you $50. All you need is 1,000 of those people, and now you're earning a living. Our goal is to get you to this 1,000 as fast as possible, using the sustainable content model. You good? You know what you gotta do?
Schedule.
Get the schedule, figure out a time, record some clips. I think you've already got some clips recorded that we can edit. Right now, the website, I think, should just be a call to action to get people to do this, and then provide links to these 2 things. We'll have some we'll have some very simple merch to start. Don't bank on selling anything. I just want it to be there as an asset so that when time comes and we kind of move into that second tier of all of this, because all of this is to build this audience. And then when we want to get people to take action on this shit, we're going to do retargeting ads to hit these people that have engaged with you and ask them to do these 2 things. And then once we kind of have that happening and we can get a predictable customer acquisition cost and all that kind of shit, then we can dial in on you actually starting to make money. So that might be a few months out.
That's fine.
But also, there are some options that when you're doing streaming, live streaming and shit like that, there are platforms I know. Twitch allows you to get gifts from people.
Yeah, same with Facebook. They have like what they call stars.
Okay, cool. Facebook's doing that shit. And the other thing is on TikTok. So TikTok doesn't have the ability for you to plug all this shit in and go live, but if you had this live on you while you were playing and engaging on all these platforms or whatever, they have the ability to give you gifts and shit like that too. So that would be another, I think we should add that in as a, like, stream gifts. Just as another option to pay attention to, because if that's earning us money, then that's going to help us here to grow the audience elsewhere, as long as obviously it's sustainable. But cool. So I'll do the rest of the branding, get the website up. You get yourself on a time and schedule, start recording some of that streaming shit when we're ready. I think next week maybe we'll dive into some editing and shit.
Sure. Sounds good.